Welcome to Sacrilegious Discourse.
I'm husband.
And I'm wife.
Together, we're reading the Bible for the very first time.
We grew up without religion and wanted to know what all the fuss was about.
Well, what have we learned so far?
That God is a dick, and apparently some people believe in talking donkeys.
We're not trying to pass ourselves off as experts.
Nope, we're just reading the Bible for the first time and giving our first take reaction.
If you'd like to join us in this venture, you might consider starting at episode 1.
Otherwise, jump in wherever you like.
All right, let's go read the Bible.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Hey wife, did you know that Anchor is sponsoring our show?
Really? Don't we use Anchor to distribute our podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts?
Yeah, and we are on just about every other platform available as well, thanks to them.
Why do we use Anchor as our podcasting service?
Well, they make editing and distributing our show a breeze.
What if one of our listeners wants to start their own podcast?
Then they should head over to anchor.fm or download the app to get started.
Awesome! You guys should go do that right now! Husband!
Wife!
Do you remember what happened yesterday?
It started off with a contradiction.
It did. It did.
And then the fucking David, the dickhead, he fucking killed the dude that came to tell him that Saul was dead.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, Saul was throwing spears at your fucking ass, and this guy came to tell you he's dead with his crown, didn't run away with it, and you killed him. You're a fuckhead.
He's a fuckhead. So yeah, this Amalekite came up and told David that Saul and his son Jonathan are dead.
Yeah.
And that he's the one that killed him out of Saul begging him to put him out of his misery or whatever.
Yeah.
Even though in just the chapter prior, which would have been the previous book, 1 Samuel.
Right.
It was said that
he killed himself.
That Saul begged his arms bearer to kill him, and his arms bearer was like, "Fuck nah." So then he killed himself, and then his arms bearer killed himself.
I didn't think he begged his. I thought he was just going to kill himself. I didn't think he begged him.
No, he begged his arms bearer, "Please kill me to put me out of my misery before these guys get me." And that's why I had it in my head that he did, and you reminded me.
Oh, okay.
No, he didn't. He killed himself.
Got it.
So either he killed himself or this Amalekite killed him.
Right.
And then the Amalekite ran off with the crown and sword or whatever, spear, whatever.
Yeah.
Came to David, like you said, and was like, "Here, guy." And David's like, "Thanks, bye," and killed him. And then everybody sang a song. And it was a horrible song.
It really was, yeah.
And that's where we're at.
Okay, so that was 2 Samuel chapter 1.
Yes.
And today we're getting into 2 Samuel chapter
2.
All right, let's go do this shit.
Let's do it. Okay, 2 Sam 2.
2 Sam 2?
2 Sam 2. 2 Samuel chapter 2.
Okay.
I just really wanted to say 2 Sam 2.
I guess so, yeah.
Because that's how I wrote it on my paper.
Oh, okay.
To track it. You know,
yeah, 2 Sam 2.
2 Sam 2.
Got it.
Okay, this is called David Made King Over Judah. Who's already the
king. For like
king.
the 5th time?
Yeah. Whatever.
It's getting boring.
Yeah.
Like, really? You're being king again? Okay.
Okay, whatever. I just got to take a second.
Is this for real this time, guys?
Right. I just got to take a second, though, to throw out a reminder that we have started our Sacrilegious Book Club.
Yeah.
And we are reading up through, I think, page 32. And it's Asimov's Guide to the Bible.
Yeah.
And
so if you haven't got your copy yet, get it.
Right. But the reason I'm throwing that plug in right now... A, we're going over that this Sunday.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay. B, particularly why I wanted to mention it right now is because he's saying this is about Judah. And so even though it's just the beginning, I learned a little bit about
Judah in there?
Judah versus Israel.
Okay.
And so the land's not the people.
Right.
So
right.
It reminded me, oh yeah, I need to shout out the book club.
Got it.
So get it for this Sunday, you guys.
Yeah, get it for this Sunday.
Yeah, read along. Okay, sorry, nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost 2 Sam 2.
2 Sam 2. Okay, after this, you know, the song.
Yeah, the song.
Right. David asked the Lord, should I move back to one of the towns of Judah?
Sure, why not, dude?
Yes, the Lord replied. Indeed. Then David asked, which town should I go to?
I don't throw a fucking dart.
To Hebron, the Lord answered.
There you go. That's where it landed.
Was it a 20? How do you say it when it's a 20-sided die? It's 20.
It's a 20-sided die.
Yeah, but how do you write it? Like 20D?
2D. No. Wait. 20D. Oh, shit.
Come on, Dungeons and Dragons.
1D20.
1D20 because it's one
die, 20 sides.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. So 1D20.
Yeah, 1D20.
Okay. And then he got Hebron. Go to Hebron. Sorry, that was like a lot of dorkiness to even get to the nerdiness. Sorry. David's 2 wives were Ahinoam from Jezreel.
Okay.
Remember the one that...
Yeah. The one that they just threw on there?
Yeah.
As an
and
afterthought.
he was probably already married to her when he hit up. And Abigail.
Right, and Abigail. We know who Abigail is.
The widow of Nabal from Carmel.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one.
The rich one.
She got a real definition for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's beautiful and smart and rich.
She's not the last.
Nope. So David and his wives, plural, and his men and their families all moved to Judah. And they settled in the villages near Hebron.
Okay, yeah.
Then the men of Judah came to David and anointed him king over the people of Judah. Okay. Then when David heard that the men of Jabesh Gilead had buried Saul, he sent them this message.
He didn't even go to visit he didn't go for like the burial?
I guess they didn't.
I guess he wasn't that close, huh?
Well, because Saul was buried in Israel.
Right.
And he's now the king of Judah.
Okay.
And even though
But I thought this was the beginning of the like combined kings or whatever.
No, this is the beginning of separate kingdoms.
Oh.
And it matters.
Okay.
So the split is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger between.
But that's not discussed in the Bible necessarily.
No, not. I mean, you have to already know outside. Like when I did the Q&As, and we were like, oh. So the split is getting bigger. So like they kept going back and forth saying King of Israel, King of Judah, King of Israel, King of Judah. And they would mention these towns and they're like, in Judah. And we're like, who fucking cares? It's all the same.
Right.
It's not though.
Not at all.
It's not at all the same.
Okay.
So we were supposed to have paid attention to what towns were in Israel versus what towns were in Judah.
Got it.
And we didn't because we didn't know because there were not directions and instructions.
Got it.
So we failed because we are not educated in these things.
Right. I mean, we're becoming somewhat educated in these things.
Clearly, because I didn't know that there was 2 fucking kingdoms.
I can recall shit now and like be like, wait, that happened there.
Wait. Okay.
That's
so anyway,
fun.
he sent Israel guys.
Israel guys?
Yeah, the Israel guys. He sent them a message when he heard that they were burying Saul.
Yeah.
Okay?
Okay.
May the Lord bless you for being so loyal to your master Saul and giving him a decent burial. May the Lord be loyal to you in return and reward you with his unfailing love. And I too will reward you for what you have done. Now that Saul is dead, I ask you to be my strong and loyal subjects like the people of Judah who have anointed me as their new king.
See? He's asking for them to be, the Israelites to be all together.
He is, but they're still separate.
Okay.
He's saying these
But it doesn't sound like they're warring.
No, but I'm not saying that they're warring. I'm saying that they're split.
Got it.
You can be split and not be at war.
Okay.
Like, some aliens from afar might be like Canada and America and South America are all.
I'm just struggling with this because, like, why is he talking to like? It's weird.
Because
Who's the king? Like,
he's king of Judah.
Right, but he's acting like there's not a king of Israel or something.
Saul just died, so there's not.
Got it.
So
well, why wasn't he king of Judah before Saul died?
Because it's one thing to anoint yourself or to be anointed king of Israel. That's like, okay, it's like if there's 10 points, okay? The whole altogether is 10. Judah is 1.
Okay.
Okay? All the rest of the tribes are 9. They get all the 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
So this one little kingdom over here by itself can't just be like, I'm king of all. It needs the rest of the group to agree.
Got it.
He can be king of Judah because Judah's like, yeah, we're just one amongst ourselves, and we say yes.
And Israel might agree, but maybe
parts
not.
of Israel might agree, and parts of Israel may not.
Got it.
So He needs all of Israel to come together.
So he's legitimately like asking for support.
Can I be your king, please?
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know what? I said 10. That was stupid because there's 12 tribes. I should have used the number 12. Duh.
Right.
But I was just
1d12.
Shut up. Well, I was trying to just like make it something that you could picture in your head of size and worth. One little piece against all the rest.
Sure.
You know, all the rest could declare, yeah, Saul's king, and Judah's got to go with it because they're just one. But you know, Judah can't just say, not only are you king, but now also you're king of all of those other guys over there. You see?
Sure.
The difference?
Yeah.
Okay. So
but he killed tens of thousands.
He did kill tens of thousands.
Just saying.
He did, and that's why everybody loves him.
Right.
And that's why they're probably going to make him king.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the next section is called David Fights Against the Forces of Saul. See?
Oh.
I don't
Wait,
think...
the Forces of Saul. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't think everybody was happy.
Yeah, apparently not.
See?
And wait, so that leads me to question, why the fuck did he care that Saul died, and why did he kill the messenger?
He cared that Saul died because he's trying to become king of these people, and he wasn't going to be able to lead them if he just out and out assassinated Saul.
Got it.
Like, he was trying to peaceably come in and take over and get the people's blessing. He had the Lord's blessing. He had Saul's blessing sometimes depending on the day of the week.
Right.
He had Saul's sons Jonathan and his daughter Michael's blessing. But he needs all of the people's blessing. And you can't do that if you just fucking assassinate their king.
Right.
So he was like, oh, your king was so great. Saul was awesome. Awesome sweet sauce and amaze balls. And could I lead you now, please? You see what,
right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I got it.
Okay. But Abner, son of Ner, the commander of Saul's army, had already gone to Mahanaim.
Yeah, that place.
Mahanaim. Nine. Shut up. With Saul's son Ishbasheth.
Ishbasheth, huh?
I got that one right, though.
Okay.
There he proclaimed Ishbasheth king over Gilead, Jezreel, Ephraim, Benjamin, the land of the Asherites, and all the rest of Israel.
Wait, David proclaimed him that?
No.
Oh.
No. Abner, son of Ner.
Oh, okay. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abner, son of Ner, went over and was like, guess what? Ishbasheth is king of Israel now.
Yeah, David's not our king.
Yeah. Ishbasheth, Saul's son.
Oh.
That we never knew about until right just now, this very moment.
Yeah, but I thought all of his sons died in the battle.
There we go with another contradiction.
Oh, okay.
See, I had read some of these contradictions.
Yeah.
And so some of these are not a surprise to me.
Got it. Yeah.
So,
no, I just
surprise!
I mean, like, that's...
He's got an extra son now that didn't die by the Amalekites.
Popping out of the woodwork. Yeah.
Okay, so Ishbasheth. Yes. That's hard for me.
I like Ishbasheth. Ishbasheth.
Saul's son was 40 years old. That's really old back then.
Right.
When he became king. And he ruled from Mahanaim for 2 years. Oh, remember when we were going over our list of kings and we found the one guy? And we're like, who the fuck is that?
Right.
That was one of our bonus episodes, I think.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Is this that guy?
Yeah, this is that guy. This is the 2-year guy. Well, now we know.
Oh.
He was one of
Saul's
sons.
Apparently.
And he only ruled for 2 years.
Interesting.
So now we know who that guy was.
Right. Now that makes more sense now.
Like, I want to go back in time and go to that episode and whisper in my ear.
Wait, it's coming.
It's Saul's son.
Right.
Yeah,
Makes some sense now.
Because we're like, 2 years, who the fuck is this guy? And why have we never... What?
Right.
It made no sense. And then we were also like, David's already king. What the fuck?
Yeah, it was really weird.
Yeah. So now we know.
Yeah.
Okay, Saul's son is king in Mahanaim for 2 years.
Okay.
Also, I should probably say that a lot of times these people were defined by the place rather than their name. So if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, it was referred to as King Mahanaim, which is the place, instead of Ishbasheth. Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Or it might have said Ishbasheth of Mahanaim. Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time with these names, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean no disrespect.
I mean,
I'm just stupid.
Right, but anybody who is like here with us, that's been here with us, they're used to this by now,
I know.
and they'll be okay with it. I think.
I hope.
I'm pretty sure.
But I feel like I should put out periodic apologies.
Okay.
Period.
Right.
This is my periodic
in case someone
apology.
just jumped in for like the Samuel series, right?
Right. Exactly.
Like, wow, this lady just cannot pronounce
this
anything.
Bitch can't. And you know what? You're right. This bitch can't. But
right.
this bitch ain't trying to pretend she can. So it's all good.
It would take way too much time to just like get all the pronunciations right. Just for like, we'd have to spend like an hour before every podcast just to look up all the pronunciations.
Look, I'm trying to read the Bible. I'm not trying to learn Hebrew and Greek. I'm serious. Like, give me a fucking break.
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Meanwhile, the people of Judah remain loyal to David. Okay.
Okay.
So Judah has their king David, and Saul's son Ishbasheth. Yeah, is king of Israel. Okay. Yeah. I told you it was bad.
Well, he was king of some of Israel because it was only like 8 or 9 tribes.
It said, and all the rest of Israel.
Okay,
that was the rest of the sentence.
Oh, my bad.
It was, they named like 5 or 6 places, blah, 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 and all the rest of Israel.
Okay.
So they could have just said Israel minus Judah.
Got it.
Which is apparently its own thing for a while now.
Yeah.
So the split's getting
Judah's
worse.
like Texas for Israel.
Exactly. That was a great analogy. David made Hebron his capital, and he ruled as king of Judah for 7.5 years. Okay.
Yep.
One day, Abner led Ishbasheth's troops from Mahanaim to Gibeon. Okay, this is going to be bad.
Okay.
There's going to be a war.
I mean, that happens a lot in this book so far.
Yeah, but I mean, this is among their own, the 12 tribes.
Yeah, the Israelites are fighting each other.
Yeah, this is so bad and dumb. You guys, stop.
Because it's not... Okay. It's just that there's a lot of bad and dumb that's already happened.
I know.
Like, what makes this bad and dumb more special than the other bad and dumb?
It's not. I'm like...
For fuck's sake, there was a talking donkey.
There was.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not discounting those things.
Okay.
I'm just saying, oh my God, you guys. Like, I'm trying to remind them.
You're telling 3,000-year-old people to not fight?
Fuck off. Oh my God. Yes. Because they're not supposed to, and I'm like, oh, you guys are tiresome. About the same time, Joab, son of Zeruiah, led David's troops out and met them at the Pool of Gibeon.
A pool?
A pool.
Man, they got a lifeguard?
That starts with P and that rhymes with... Wait, no, that starts with T and that rhymes with P. No, I said it wrong again. God damn it.
Wow.
Okay. Hold on.
Are we holding on for this?
Yes.
You
I gotta get it right.
Think? Yeah, okay.
That starts with P and that rhymes with T and that stands for trouble.
Okay.
Right here in River City.
Yeah,
okay.
Got that. You gonna try out for the musical?
No, obviously not. I can't remember my lines for shit. The two groups sat down there, facing each other from opposite sides of the pool. That's nice. That's a good negotiation scene.
Right. Yeah.
I want to go negotiate at the pool.
Well, yeah, and dip your feet in.
And call across the 12-foot.
Kick some water at them.
Yeah, fucker. You're turning red. You're getting all burned. Then Abner suggested to Joab, let's go down the water slide. That's not what he said. Abner suggested to Joab, let's have a few of our warriors fight hand-to-hand here in front of us. All right, Joab said.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna
just like sport, huh?
For funsies.
This is like gladiator sports before the war.
Remember that show Gladiators, and then the
American
MC,
Gladiators?
Yeah, the MC would go, Gladiators, ready.
Yeah. Really, the only thing I remember from that is my favorite thing was the tennis ball thing, course at the end.
Oh, I remember the giant javelins that they had to fight each other with.
Those were pretty cool too. Yeah.
So 12 men were chosen to fight from each side. 12 men of Benjamin representing Ishbasheth, son of Saul, and 12 representing David.
Why is it always Benjamin?
I don't know.
Like, it's always, like, Benjamin has all the fucking, like, they're the ones that got shit on and, like, killed. And then they stole all the women, and then they, like, had all the priestly people, and now they get to send all the fighters. Like, Benjamin's, like, this big shot group, even though they kind of diminished to nothing at one point.
Yeah. I don't know.
Whatever. It's just,
he was the youngest. He was the baby.
I guess.
So they're a very special tribe.
Apparently.
Each one, 12 each, guys.
Yeah.
Each one grabbed his opponent by the hair and thrust his sword into the other side so that all of them died. Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
What?
It's kind of, I must have missed something there.
Okay, let me reread that.
Okay.
So 12 men were chosen to fight from each side.
Yeah.
12 men of Benjamin, representing Ishbasheth, son of Saul.
Yeah.
And 12 representing David. Each one, all of them. So 12 on one, 12 on the other. So 24 guys.
24 guys.
Grabbed his opponent by the hair and thrust his sword into the other side so that all of them died.
How? So like they killed each other simultaneously?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, go. Stab.
That seems
done.
Ridiculous and unrealistic.
I mean, yeah, obviously.
So,
talking donkey.
Yeah, but what?
Your problem is this?
Today, yes.
Right.
Today
See, that's what I was trying to convey earlier.
Okay, all right. Fair enough.
So this place at Gibeon has been known ever since as the Field of Swords. It should be the Pool of Swords, right?
How about the Field of Dumbasses?
The Pool of Punces.
Right.
A fierce battle followed that day, and Abner and the men of Israel were defeated by the forces of David.
Of course they were, because David's David.
Blessed by God.
David's David.
David's blessed by God. It's very exciting stuff.
But they're all fucking Israelites. Hypothetically, they're all fucking blessed by God.
But
I bet they thought they were blessed. I bet Ishbasheth. I bet his people thought they were blessed by God too.
Probably.
I mean,
but they lost and they didn't get to write the story.
Yeah, but now they're gonna go back to their camp and be like, okay, who had the fucking idol in their bag today? Let's get rid of it so that God can bless us, and then they're gonna go back and fight again.
Probably.
Because they think they're God's people too.
I know.
Okay.
I know. I hear you. I'm just
saying.
I am totally.
If they didn't, they joined
side.
forces with David. Obviously,
obviously,
if they thought David was the end all be all, then they'd be with him.
Right.
But they're not.
I get you.
I'm just saying.
I'm with you.
Okay.
Joab, Abishai, and Asa Hell, the 3 sons of Zeruiah, were among David's forces that day.
Okay.
They're killing me over here.
Too many names.
Too many. Like, I'm used to hard names, but like every name is hard.
Yeah.
And then David.
They should just put the names in phonetically.
They should.
Yeah.
Or they should Americanize them for lazy twats like me. Asa Hell could run like a gazelle, and he began chasing Abner.
Okay.
He pursued him relentlessly, not stopping for everything. When Abner looked back and saw him coming, he called out, "Is that you, Asa Hell?" "Yes, it is," he replied. "Go fight someone else," Abner warned. "Take on one of the younger men and strip him of his weapons." But Asa Hell kept right on chasing Abner. Again, Abner shouted to him, "Get away from here! I don't want to kill you! How could I ever face your brother Joab again?"
Aren't you guys enemies? Aren't you guys? You're enemies, though,
They're
right?
enemies, yeah.
What do you got to worry about facing anybody? You're fighting each other,
fighting
literally.
Each other, yeah. But Asa Hell refused to turn. I lost my place again. Which is funny because somebody on Twitter was just asking
That's their favorite part.
If we might lose that with our new computer.
I know,
the answer is no.
Yeah.
The answer is no. I will always lose my spot because I'm reading off of my phone.
Right.
So, sorry, and also you're welcome.
Yeah, both.
So Asa Hell refused to turn back, so Abner thrust the butt end of his spear through Asa Hell's stomach, and the spear came out his back. Oh my God! What the fuck? I'm gonna get you! I'm gonna get you! Oh shit! You just back speared me.
But like, okay, how do you gotta to get that much force on a sword, right? You'd have to be gripping it by the sword, right?
Right.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Like hypothetically, your sword's sharp enough to cut through human flesh pretty easily, right?
It's the butt end of his spear, not a sword. It wasn't even a sword.
Okay.
Yeah.
My bad. I wasn't listening very well.
You're not listening.
I'm sorry. I was. Yeah.
Pay better fucking attention, husband.
I'm gonna pay better fucking attention.
Okay.
Okay.
So anyway, this guy just got the butt end of a spear through his guts, came out his back, he stumbled to the ground and died there.
I mean, that'll do it.
Oh shit! And everyone who came by that spot stopped and stood still when they saw Asa Hell lying there.
Yeah?
I would too.
Because, I mean, he's dead.
I'd be like, oh shit.
And he got killed by the butt end of a stick.
Mm-hmm.
Spear.
That
stick,
thing. Spear, cane.
Whatever.
When Joab and Abishai, oh, Jesus, found out what had happened, they set out after Abner. I'm gonna get you, you and your backy spear stab.
Right.
The sun was just going down as they arrived at the hill of Ammah near Giah, along the road to the wilderness of Gibeon.
Yeah, that place.
Oh, I should have checked beforehand to see how long this chapter is.
It's a long chapter.
I'm getting worn out. After, oh, no, that doesn't say after. That says Abner. Sorry. Abner's troops from the tribe of Benjamin. I'm glad they reminded me because I was like, wait, which team is Abner on again? They knew.
Yeah, they knew.
They knew somebody stupid
For
would come
once,
along
the
and read
repetitiveness of the Bible was a good thing.
It paid off.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Right.
Thanks, Deuteronomistic history, priestly hands. Abner's troops from the tribe of Benjamin regrouped there at the top of the hill to take a stand. Abner shouted down to Joab, "Must we always be killing each other? Don't you realize that bitterness is the only result?" Oh my God. Okay. This reminds me of what you said that when your mom spanked you.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
I said that something along the lines of, it doesn't teach me, I'm not learning anything.
Spanking doesn't teach me anything. We always be
when
killing.
I was like 5, guys, not like fucking yesterday or anything.
I mean, I thought that went without saying.
I'm just making sure, just throwing that out there.
Jesus Christ, who's still spanking their 40-year-old?
Are you kidding? Let's hop on Twitter and find out.
Oh, let's not. Let's just not. That whole line of questioning, let's strike that from the record. Abner shouted down to Joab, "Must we always be killing each other? Don't you realize that bitterness is the only result? When will you call up your men from chasing their Israelite brothers?"
Yeah.
Yeah. Then Joab said, "God only knows what would have happened if you hadn't spoken, for we would have chased you all night if necessary." So Joab blew the ram's horn and his men stopped chasing the troops of Israel. All that night, Abner and his men retreated through the Jordan Valley.
Wait. They stopped chasing him because he's like, "Hey, stop chasing us.
Be nice."
They were chasing him, but then...
To kill him.
And then they was like, "No, stop, guys.
Killing's not nice.
Yeah, it's not nice. Stop.
Stop, please."
And so they're like, "Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
If you hadn't have said anything, we'd have come and killed you. But
we'd totally have murdered you.
Since you said it, we're just gonna go home now."
I hadn't thought of it, but now that you point it out, I guess murder is kind of shitty,
right? Yeah. I mean, you did kill one of our guys back there with the butt end of your spear,
right?
But since you said that you don't want us chasing you, we'll just turn around.
I'm glad you reminded me.
Yeah, that was totally cool.
I needed that.
Sometimes you just need a check, and that was our check. So, like, you let us know.
Yeah.
So.
Sometimes I try to kill people, but I am fortunate because husband always reminds me.
I always remind you.
Wife, we don't kill.
We don't kill people. Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
It happens often. Yeah.
In no way whatsoever.
Right.
Just to be clear, I don't try to kill people. I don't go out of my house. So they crossed the Jordan River, traveling all through the morning, and didn't stop until they arrived at Mahanaim. I keep wanting to say Manaheim.
Yeah, but that's not it.
It's the right group of letters, but in the wrong order.
Yeah.
So close.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Joab and his men also returned home.
Okay.
When Joab counted his casualties, he discovered that only 19 men were missing, in addition to Asa Hell. So, 20.
Right.
But 360 of Abner's men had been killed.
Oh, damn.
All from the tribe of Benjamin.
Yeah, it sounds like Abner had a lot more cause to be angry than the other guy. What was his name?
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah, that guy.
Whatever.
Joab? Yeah.
Joab and his men took Asa Hell's body to Bethlehem and buried him there in his father's tomb. Then they traveled all night and reached Hebron at daybreak. The end.
Okay. So...
we're stopping like mid-break of fight.
Yeah, and it's really weird because they're just like, "Hey, we're all Israelites. Let's stop." Okay.
But then, do you think that that's going to hold?
Fuck
no.
I
don't.
They'll be fighting again next chapter, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
So, is David king of Israel? No.
According to you, David, according to this book, it seems like David is king of Judah. And there's,
yeah,
that they're fighting each other now.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We'll find out more, I guess, in tomorrow's chapter 3 of Second Samuel.
Yeah.
And for now, that's all she wrote, folks.
That's a wrap.
Hey, wife, I guess that's the end?
But husband, that's just sad.
It doesn't have to be. We are on lots of social media platforms like Twitter. Our handle there is sacrilegious_D.
For D's nuts.
Oh my God. Stop doing that. Anyway, we're also on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest. There's a link to all of our social media sites at our website.
Ooh, we have a website?
Yeah, it's sacrilegiousdiscourse.com, where you can also find a link to our merch shop.
We have a merch shop?
Yep. We have podcast-themed clothing, mugs, notebooks, and more, as well as an atheist and science-themed products.
Wow, our fans should really go check that out right now.
Definitely. They can get in touch with us by sending an email to sacrilegiousdiscourse@gmail.com. But before they do that, we could really use some help.
Oh yeah? With what?
Well, it's not free running the podcast, and we need some financial support in order to get better equipment, which will free up time so we can concentrate on our podcast and our fans.
Okay, so what should they do?
Head over to patreon.com/sacrilegiousdiscourse and sign up as a contributor on our podcast. Supporters there receive additional bi-weekly episodes that we record just for our Patreon members for as little as $2 a month.
Also, we'd really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe on whatever platform you're using.
And Apple Podcast reviews help us out tremendously.
Like and subscribe. Leave an Apple review. Join us on Twitter. Support us on Patreon. That's a lot of instructions. Don't forget to say thanks.
Thanks.
Okay, bye.